Hello, mathematicians. Today we're going to begin our chapter on statistics. The first section we're going to look at is about using data to make predictions. So we're going to be talking about some survey data that was collected and using it to make some predictions. Okay. So for our first example, here's some information that was gathered from a career survey. So here's the career and here's how many students chose the career. So our first problem says find the probability of choosing a career in public service. So we have to think back to probability. Probability is a fraction, and it is how many specifically out of the total. So we want a career in public service. So how many in public service? 6 goes on top. And what do we do to find out what goes on bottom? Add these all up. Okay, so take a minute, add those up. Let's find our total. How many were in the survey total? All right, and how many total did we get? 50. So 6 out of 50 were public service. Now we need to do what with this fraction? Simplify. I can divide both of them by 2. And on top, 3 over 25. And we should also write a probability as a percent. So change that to a percent. To change that to percent, we do top, divide bottom. And what percentage is this? 12%. Okay. So using that data to find the probability of choosing a career in public service. This next one is the probability of picking someone in education. Take a minute and try this one on your own. Let's see how you did. Probability is a fraction. What did you put on top? Education is 14 out of how many total? There were 50. And what did you do next? Divide by 2 and we get 7 over 25. How did you change this to a percent? Top divide bottom, and our percentage was 28%. You have a 28% chance of choosing a career in education. The next one is where our prediction comes in. Predict how many students out of 500 will enter the medical field. Okay, so I need to set up a proportion. Anytime you are making a prediction, we need to make a proportion. Okay, and this is going to be a problem that you really need to pay close attention to because you'll have a lot of these. So I have medicine or medical out of the total. Okay. Do we know how many yet out of the 500 total? I have 500 total. Do I know how many will be medical? No. We're not sure how many out of 500. But if I look up here, how many are medicine? 11. So 11 medicine out of how many? 50. We're not sure how many out of 500, but I do know 11 out of 50. And how can I solve this? Cross multiply. 50 times x equals 500 times 11. 50 times x equals 5 times 11, 55, add 2 zeros. Okay. And then how do you solve? Divide both sides by 50. X equals 110. So we're not sure how many out of 500, but I know 11 out of 50. Multiply and solve. Out of this group, 110 of them is our prediction in the medical field. Set up a proportion and solve. The next part is focusing on percentages. Okay. A survey found that 85% of people use emojis. Predict how many of the 2,450 students use them. Okay. So in the survey, 85% of them did. We're going to use that data to make a prediction about a bigger group. Now, it might not be 100% accurate, but it is just a prediction. Okay, so using that data to make a prediction. So here I have 85% of the people. Okay, 85% of the people. What do we do with a percentage? Make it a decimal. And how do I make it a decimal? Once, twice, and that is 0.85. Of, what about the word of? Times. And people, how many people are we talking about? 2,450. 85% of our people, in this case we're talking about 2,450. Enter that in for me. And what do we get? Go ahead and you can round up. 2,883. 2,083. 85% is going to be a big chunk of them. That's close to 100. So the majority of them use emojis. So 2,083. Is this 100% accurate, meaning exactly 2,083? No, it's a prediction, using the survey data to make a prediction about a group. Our next example looks at how many people think their pets watch TV. Okay, and it gives you the information. If there are 540 students, predict how many would say their pets watch TV. Go ahead and try this one on your own. Let's see how you did. So we want their pets do watch TV. So that would be right here, the yes group. Okay. What percentage of them? 38% of them said they think their pets watch TV. So that was our survey data. What do we do with 38%? Once, twice becomes 0.38 of is times. And them is our new group. How many are in our new group? 540. 38% of the 540. What did you get for your answer? About 205. About 205 of those students would say that their pets watch TV. Use this data to make a prediction for our new group. It might not be 100% accurate, but we are using it to make a prediction. Nice job today, mathematicians.